Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Pocono for race number 6 of the NRSL Aces Republic of Gamers Truck Series. It's time for 40 laps of action in the Pocono Mountains, and it's still pretty much anyone's game this season. Look at the point standings. Still a lot of time to gain 49 points. Still over half the field in the range right now if this was the finale today. Anyways, let's get to your starting lineup for today's event. Edwin Mendez and Jonathan Zorlin are going to sit on the front row. Row 2, we've got Nate Rogers and last week's Fuel Strategy winner, Audra Baranauskas. Row 3, we've got Isaac Flickinger and RJ Bishop. In row 4, we've got RJ Reynolds and Alexander Rowe. And lastly, in row 5, we have Jonathan Wong and Samuel Oskin, your winner from Rockingham. So that is the starting lineup for today's race. Let's take a look at the point standings. We've had 5 different winners, only one of which is in the top 5, 2 of which are in the top 10. Baranauskas moves from 25th to 13th in the point standings with her win last week. That situates her about 20 points, I believe, out. I can't tell, my pop-up window is blocking the points behind. Anyways, your current points leader is Cup Series driver Cole Deaver, who has a 4-point lead over Charles Jackson, 5 over Zach Rogers, and 6 over Daytona winner Charles Sanford. Jesse Turner sits in 5th, 13 points back. Rest of the top 10, James Qualls, Ace Rogers, your winner from Martinsville, Jessica Shelton, Emmanuel Hartnett, and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. So this is the last track over a mile in length until we hit Papyrus in 5 weeks. We've got North Wilkesboro coming up next week, 80 laps there, then 75 laps at Oswego Dirt Track, 80 laps at the Bristol Dirt Track, and 100 laps at the Dodge Motordrome before we go back and finish off with Papyrus, Texas, Pensacola, and Homestead. We've had 5 different winners. 3 of which have been Chevys, 1 Ford, and 1 Ram. Toyota still looking to get into the win column. Hopefully they're going to try and do it here today. And we are on a current 3-race streak where a rookie has won an event, and a 2-race streak where a truck-only driver has won an event. So we'll see if those streaks continue here today. Now let's go trackside for the command to fire up these behemoths. Command has been given. Pace truck pulling away from pit road. Let's see if we can find our points leader. Where is the 07 of Cole Deaver? Ooh, very bad starting position for the man in the 07 Chevrolet Silverado. Looks like he'll be starting about mid-pack, close to the back on the top side here. No, that is not where Deaver will want to start here, Pocono, but this track does have some long straightaways. These trucks do get very good aerodynamic draft. So it will be interesting to see what exactly happens here for the 07 of Cole Deaver. Second in points, as you know, is Charles Jackson. He actually starts a few rows farther back, 4 rows farther back on the top line. And I see Ace Rogers right there in the 19. As a reminder, he is 7th in the point standing. Let's see if we can find older brother Zach. Well, there he is on the outside line, 2 rows ahead of Deaver. So a lot of these guys starting on the outside line. See Sanford, there is Sanford there, 2 rows behind Deaver on the outside line. The 23 of Jesse Turner on the inside line, right near the 3, a row in front of the 3 truck. On the inside line of Keith Rich, there's defending champ Philip Goldberg in the 54. Goldberg sits relatively low in the points. He just gained 12 positions from his performance last week. He is 26 in the standings now, still with plenty of time to gain points. And we are going to go back up to the 10 of Edwin Mendez. as we get ready to go green flag racing here today. We've gone caution free at Denver and Martinsville, though the cautions were turned off over there at that short track. Green flag is out here in Pennsylvania. We'll see if we can get another green flag race. Jonathan Sorlin with an extensively bad start. Isaac Flickinger gonna already go to the inside of Nate Rogers here. Now this is a track where they treat it very much like a road course. They hit the brakes all the way down early in the corner, and then they're all powering away off corner. Good look down the long straight here. Isaac Flickinger already looking for the race lead on Edwin Mendez. Mendez has ran in the Truck Series before, and he has won before. Into turn 3 on lap 1, it looks like Isaac Flickinger, a family relative of Zach and William Flickinger, is going to waste no time here today. Coming off of turn 3, Isaac will lead lap numero uno. And he started third. Ooh, in the back, we've got a 3-wide movement there. That's Ace Rogers in the 19. It went back down to 2-wide. Now it's 3-wide up ahead of him. That's Dylan Young. And Young will pass Oskin and Zach Rogers. Oh, maybe not yet. He's got a lift here on the bottom of the corner. These drivers should have to pit once. They might have to pit twice. Still very strong 3-wide racing here. Dylan Young with no support on his lane. And Zach will fall back, and they'll move back to 2-wide action. Isaac got put back to the top lane by Mendez into turn 1. Now he's going to get passed for second by Nate Rogers. And he clears the 2 truck. Mendez will lead lap number 2. Flickinger already making the move back to the inside of the 14. And we're going to see a lot of this here today. You know, these trucks do not get too high on the mile-per-hour scale. And with them all really mostly staying here in 4th gear around the whole track, draft will be very huge here today. Let's go on board the 2 truck as he tries to track down Edwin Mendez. And you can just see how he's inching his way towards the back end of the 10. See, they all stop right at the entrance of the corner, and then they'll power off. Right here, going to brake very early, all the way down to 122 miles an hour. They really don't need to. They could slow down to probably about 140 and then ease their way back into the throttle. But that is how they do it here. See Jonathan Wong up to 4th place, Hartnett down to 5th. There's last week's winner, Audra Baranauskas, maybe going to try and move her way up through the standings once again. And there's Wong making a move on Nate Rogers as Flickinger makes a move on Mendez. So far, there's no signs of any other manufacturers up here near the front except for the 54, Philip Goldberg, riding behind 3-time Cup Series winner Jonathan Sorlin from 2018. And there's RJ Bishop behind in 9th place. And then we have Jeff Bright in 10th. I believe he just passed. Yep, he passed RJ Reynolds for that position on this lap. Dylan Young, your winner from Atlanta, has started to make his way up towards the front. Remember, these Cup drivers have an advantage with their experience. Philip Goldberg showing that off here. Sorlin was showing that off. Emmanuel Hartnett, Nate Rogers. But meanwhile, Isaac Flickinger has appeared to be the best driver out here. But you can see the Cup Series drivers are starting to migrate their way towards the front. Some of them at the very least. And now Nate Rogers will make the move for second on Edwin Mendez. Audra Baranauskas making a move for 5th on Jonathan Wong. See Philip Goldberg, Jonathan Sorlin here about to get side by side. Dylan Young making his way past RJ Reynolds. Alexander Rowe, a winner in the Cup Series. He's making his way up here. There's Zach Rogers, his brother Ace. Right behind them, Keith Rich, a Truck Series regular, making his way towards the front. At least trying to. There's Cole Deaver. Remember, he started on the outside. I think he started farther back than 18th. He's trying to make his way up here. And there's the 40 of Nathan Hudson's going to put him to the outside in turn 3. Taking a look, nobody has lost the pack just yet. Flickinger still in the lead out front. There's the 93 of Oskin making a move to the inside of somebody there. The 3 of Zach Rogers going to make a move to the inside of RJ Bishop. And that was for, I believe, 12th. Indeed it was. So Zach Rogers up to 12th. Rowe has made his way up to 11th. And Dylan Young is in the top 10. In 10th place, you see a lot of jockeying going around here as Nate Rogers going into turn 2 is going to peek to the inside of Flickinger for the race lead as Wong kind of dive bombed Emmanuel Hartnett. Mendez has fallen all the way back to 5th. Wong moving his way up the second. Flickinger might start falling back here if he's not careful. He's got that outside line run. Let's watch from the helicopter cam. He's really not increasing any ground on the 10 as Jonathan Sorlin's making a move on Emmanuel Hartnett. That's for 5th place. Sorlin has won on multiple speedways in the Cup Series, including Michigan, Meadowlands, and Charlotte. So Sorlin will pass Hartnett now. He's trying to pass Flickinger. That'll be for 4th. Oh, there's actually a caution out on the track. I see Colin Phillips straggling back there, a few others. I think that's Tony Green in the distance. So Jonathan Wong to the race lead here. Let's see, looking at the standings. Oh, it appears to have involved the 31 of Joshua Sekuli. So we'll take a break. It's lap 8. Everyone's probably going to pit here, and they will have to pit one more time. But Jonathan Wong leads here today at Pocono. Let's take a look at what brought out the first caution of the day. Alrighty, so here we go. Let's take a look at this incident. Sekuli's here in the back on the high side, I believe in, 35th place. And I think this was just maybe a miscalculation. So he stops. Oh, Gatlin Downey stops a lot later, and Sekuli went to go to use the inside lane into the corner. And the 45 spins the Truck Series veteran around right in front of the 1 and the 32. That's Yepes and Phillips, who both get a piece. Phillips actually, I think, got on the wall, but Sekuli with a hard left side hit into the wall. Tony Green, nowhere to go, is going to make contact. That's really all we're looking at for a wreck. If this was at the front of the field, it could have been a lot bigger. Let's see if we can see any significant damage. Definitely door damage on the left side here of the 31 should continue. But with that, let's take you to the race restart. Getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Pocono. We will have 29 laps of action remaining. It's been pretty exciting. Could probably most likely, with the way these trucks are set up, see a last lap pass. But first, before we get back on green, let's look at what the fastest lap time of the race has been. Remember, these drivers are on fresh rubber right now. Isaac Flickinger has the top lap on the board with the 39 of Zachary Fitzwater Sr. only 2 1,000ths off his lap time. There are a total of 5 drivers within under a 56.4, and joining Flickinger and Fitzwater is Champ Goldberg, the 13 of Mohammed Connor, and the 94 of race leader Jonathan Wong. Let's take a look at the top 10 rundown. Wong leads after pit stops. Nate Rogers, a Cup Series winner, restarting in 2nd. Hartnett restarting 3rd. Edwin Mendez in 4th. Isaac Flickinger 5th. Atlanta winner Dylan Young 6th. Jonathan Sorlin 7th. Jeff Bright 8th. Denver winner Audra Baranauskas in 9th, and Philip Goldberg rounds out the top 10. Nobody retired from the race. James Qualls just getting back up to speed on track. Had a issue on pit road. And they have fallen, I believe, 1 or 2 laps down. I got a confirmation here at the start-finish line. Or maybe not. Maybe once Qualls runs around here. Already seeing lots of action, and Jeff Bright's going to put it 3 wide from 8th place after Sorlin put Young up. for 7th. Still in 3rd gear here, though, so losing a lot of speed when you lift. Sorlin's going to clear the 0-2. So Sorlin does get by for 6th. And the official, the 15, is 1 lap down. Lots of movement going on up at the front as Nate Rogers will complete the pass on Wong right before 3, but Wong now is going to look to his inside. And let's take a lap around the racetrack in our spectator cam. And a 3-wide battle for the lead between Wong, Mendez, and Nate Rogers in the turn 1 on bad lap number 13. Oh, and they're all pretty even. You know, Mendez had a very good angle through the corner. Flickinger's giving most of that draft to Wong. Oh, Hartnett's going to move out. Oh, Jeff Bright almost made that 3-wide for 2nd behind them. Mendez falls back in line. Jonathan Wong going to continue to lead up front here for now. Nope, still side by side with the 14 of Nate Rogers. And now Wong completes the pass. Mendez will fly by the 14 for 2nd as Jeff Bright makes his way into the top 5. And that was a lap with our TV spectator cam. Have we seen a faster lap? We have indeed. Alexander Rowe with a 56.001. Just 2 1/1000ths of a second away from a 55-second lap time here at this racetrack. Joining him under a 56.1 is Jesse Turner and RJ Bishop. And they must have had the perfect laps in draft. So you see Hartnett with the slowest lap because he is all the way at the front. Battle continuing now for the race lead. That's Edwin Mendez trying to take the position back from the 94. It's been mostly the same drivers up here today. We've seen the 10 of Mendez, the 2 of Flickinger, the 94 of Wong, and what was the other one? The 14 of Nate Rogers. Mendez going to take the lead back, and for the first time today, Jonathan Zorlin will find himself into 2nd place. So if he can clear Wong here, Jeff Bright's kind of giving him the push. Audra Baranauskas on the inside line too, behind the 42 car. We've got Hartnett, we've got Rowe, who's 3 wide on the bottom. Next time by, when we get to the start-finish line, we're going to go on board with Martinsville race winner Ace Rogers. We'll go inside his cockpit, and we'll see just how he gets around this racetrack. So Zorlin continuing the push on Mendez. Baranauskas is going to make a move here for 2nd place. She will get to the inside of Zorlin. Let's go back to Ace Rogers as we prepare to go inside his cockpit. He just passed defending champion Philip Goldberg. And as we come off the corner, it's cockpit time. Side of points leader Cole Deaver right there. He's got RJ Bishop on his back end. He coming off of turn 1. Outside kind of gets a bit of a run. He's running right behind big brother Zach. Right down there, the 6,000 RPMs into turn 2. In turn 2 a corner, you get a better advantage on the outside line here. Watch as they go into 3 here. There's the braking zone. All the way down to 5,000 RPMs. Philip Goldberg now running behind the 19 truck. Nate Rogers falling real back here. He's back here to the outside of Ace. As you see, they come off of 3. Outside line with the advantage once again. And then draft really becomes down to it as Jonathan Zorlin, for the first time today, takes the race lead here at Pocono. And Zach Rogers just made a 3-wide move inside of Jesse Turner and Isaac Flickinger. Back end of your screen, there's the 3 red Dodge Ram. Looks like he made it work to get by Flickinger at least. It pushed him away from Jesse Turner. Turner gets a bit of a run here, but Turner unable to clear Sack. So we talked about most of the drivers in the top 5 in points, and they're all pretty much up here. You've got Jesse Turner, Zach Rogers, they're up here. The only ones we haven't seen. Oh, and they just wrecked. Jesse Turner just got spun. Or no, that was Isaac Flickinger, I think. Oh, it's a huge wreck in turn 3. We'll get back to the points thing in a moment. Caution flag is out, and Jonathan Sorlin is in the lead, and Levi McIntyre is spinning in the distance. They're still wrecking back there. This will help James Qualls make up some points, pending he is not involved, and here he is right now approaching the disaster. His truck hasn't even been getting in the 4th gear. Multiple trucks down here. Levi McIntyre, Diego Yepes, Charles Sanford, we were going to just mention, was one of the few top 5 in points, not near the front. Ace Rogers' day appears to be over. He's had heavy damage. Let's see what took place. Isaac Flickinger now all the way outside the top 30. His day has gone from great to awful. Now Danny Jones there, I think I see some front hood damage. There's Sekuli. Trying to see if there are any other trucks with damage. I don't know if Fitzwater has some hood damage or if that's just the truck. That James Ellison in the 20 has some right side door damage. Let's take a look at what brought out the caution here on lap 17. We're going to watch this from the helicopter cam as Nate Rogers passes Isaac Flickinger as they head into the braking zone for turn 3. Watch Alexander Rowe there in the 74 truck. He's behind Isaac Flickinger. And right here they're braking. Rowe's going to make the move to pass the 2, but he misjudges, gets into the left rear quarter panel. Flickinger, that puts the 2 in the wall. Now these 2 are making contact. The 2's going to lose it here. Ace Rogers has nowhere to go. He gets shoved into the grass. And now the 19 is along for the ride. He's going to go straight up the track. A lot of drivers able to get around this. 19 goes hard into the outside wall. Levi McIntyre has nowhere to go. There's the contact with the 2052 of John Nunn. Gets a piece. Flickinger's going to stop. There's Sanford piling into the 19. And there's the 1 of Yepes. Tony Green also with some damage and contact. Same with Sekuli. And then we saw McIntyre get some more spin time. Let's see what happened there. I think he was going to try and come down pit road, or he was just trying to get out of the way. Oh, he stops there. Is it the 32 of Phillips? I think it is. He's going to try and pull down here. And Phillips is coming, and he just gets ran right over. Phillips most likely very unpleased with that maneuver by McIntyre. But this takes out a good trunk of trucks. Sanford sitting 4th in the point standings coming into today. That's over with. Ace Rogers we talked about. He was 7th in the points. I'm unsure where Yepes fell. Yepes' bad season continues. He's 38th coming in, and McIntyre had moved up 8 spots to 21st, but that is now going to be gone. And Tony Green also had some damage there. Same with Flickinger, same with Phillips, same with Sekuli and Ellison, and we'll see how their trucks handle now. We're going to be halfway, but I'm not sure if everyone can make it here on fuel. Let's go to the race restart. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here. As you can see, McIntyre, one of their valves broke. That's the reason they're out of the race. Sanford's truck. Why am I saying car? Sanford's truck was just completely destroyed. They couldn't fix it. Get back out there. Apparently, Ace Rogers had a fuel leak going on, and that truck is no longer going to be allowed on the track. But everybody else involved, Diego Yepes, surprisingly looked like he had a lot of damage. He is continuing. Most likely will be very off the pace, trying to salvage points at this rate. Same with Green, Phillips, Sekuli, Ellison, Flickinger. They're all down there outside the top 30. Qualls, as we know, is 1 lap down. If he can just keep his truck clean, he might end up with a better position than 37th, depending how the rest of this race goes. We have 19 to go coming to the restart. Audra Baranauskas has taken the race lead after pit stops. Jonathan Zorlin, second place. Wong, third. Jeff Bright, fourth. Dylan Young, fifth. Mendez, sixth. RJ Reynolds into the top 10 once again in seventh. Zach Rogers up to eighth. Emmanuel Hartnett, ninth. And Cole Deaver is in the top 10. So as we mentioned, a lot of drivers good in the points. Up here near the front, Zach Rogers third in points. Cole Deaver first in the points coming in. Jesse Turner fifth in the points coming in. And speaking of bad days, James Qualls was actually sixth in the points coming into this race. Hartnett ninth in the points coming in. He's been having a great day, as RJ Reynolds was the one to make the 3-wide move this time. That's going to push Dylan Young way back. Oh no, wait, Dylan Young's getting a bit of a run here. Deaver had tried to make a 3-wide move too there, as him and Zach Rogers were getting to the inside of the 29. Remember, they could still wreck. It seems that turn 3 is the hot place to do it. And with damaged trucks, you don't want to be the one to get spun out, have minor damage, and have someone come in out of nowhere and run you over. So Baranauskas will continue to lead. Zach Rogers becoming a bit antsy behind the 68 of Reynolds. There's Wong going to make the move for the lead. Now Zach Rogers makes the move on the 68 truck. Well, Nate Rogers' cousin might be looking to go with. Instead, Rogers ends up bottom 3-wide with Deaver and Dylan Young. Oh, nope, Deaver got to the inside of the 02 there. Mendez back up to third place now. RJ Reynolds following behind in fourth. Reminder, the 15 is a lap down truck. $17 laps to go here. Cole Deaver going to make a 3-wide move here. That is for third. Oh, but it doesn't pin out. Oh, he got by Nate Rogers. He's going to duck all the way in line in front of Zach. And now Nate Rogers, though, gets to his inside. Jonathan Wong seems to be keeping his truck well ahead of Baranauskas. Not sure if she's not hitting those braking points right. We remember what the fast times were before. Oh, they're still pretty much the same. No one has done anything magnificent this time around. As Mendez is going to pass Baranauskas for second. He is roaring towards the back end of Jonathan Wong. And now into 3, he's going to make a move for the race lead. And they're 3 wide behind for second. Nate Rogers, is he there? Oh, he's there on Reynolds, but Reynolds backed out. Where has Jonathan Zorlin gone as Mendez fights for the lead? There's the 42. He's about to get put in the middle 3 wide by Samet Oskin. It was Air Force signs going to kind of be in the way there. Zach Rogers will fall way back. Alexander Rose made his way to the top 10 here from the looks of things. Oskin all over the bumper of Jeff Bright. As Wong and Mendez continue the fight up front. Wong back to the inside of the 10. And the 21 of Baranauskas almost seems to be kind of holding up the people behind her. I'm not sure if this team took strategy, 2 tires or something. But she has definitely not been able to stay out front that much. You see Sekuli in the distance kind of losing the pack. There are trucks very far back there. Colin Phillips is running back there with Tony Green, and Diego Yepes is very much off pace. You'll see how many seconds he loses when he hits the line. It was 19.7 last time by. Oh, he's losing 5 seconds a lap time. He is going to be in the way big time when these leaders catch up to him. It will, if they catch him in 3, it will most likely be another yellow flag. And Nate Rogers is going to be the next to get by the 21 truck as Cole Deaver has made his way into the top 5. Ooh, Oskin almost just about wrecked Jeff Bright there. as Alexander Rowe gets to their insides. Points leader Cole Deaver from 8th to 4th in a lap. Deaver still looking for that first win in the Truck Series. He won 3 races during his rookie stint in the Cup Series, and this could be his championship to lose. With how he's doing here today, you can see Baranauskas is clearly on a 2-tire strategy. She has been extremely slow the whole run. Trying to do strategy at Pocono don't really work when you hit the brakes all the way at the entrance to the corner. You can see she is holding the drivers up behind her. This is allowing the top 4 to currently pull away. Jeff Bright has not been able to make a move. Zach Rogers on the inside of Sam Oskin. That is for 8th. As RJ Reynolds charges back towards the front on Hartnett. That's for 10th. Here's Fitzwater. We were talking about him earlier. He's up to, I believe, 12th place. And now Alexander Rowe makes a move all the way 3 wide. Zach Rogers is going to fall. No, he falls back in line behind Jeff Bright as Cole Deaver tried to make a move for second and didn't work. Oh, they're getting very close to each other's bumpers. Now they're 3 wide for second. Deaver in the middle of Nate Rogers and Edwin Mendez. Who's this going to work out for? Nate's the one that has the draft of the 94. Or no, I think Deaver actually has it more. And Deaver's going to pass the 14 of Nate Rogers for second after Mendez has to back off. And now Deaver's charging towards Jonathan Wong. Deaver might be a rookie in this Truck Series, but make no mistake, 36 races of Cup Series experience helps you a lot in these trucks. And they are going to catch Diego Yepes soon. He is running lap times over 1 minute and 2 seconds. Let's just see how bad this truck is performance-wise. These drivers on this straightaway alone are hitting about maybe $180. Oh man, and he is nowhere close. This truck should not even be on the track. Now 3 wide again. That was Mendez. And that's going to send Wong back to 4th. Deaver is in line to get ready to pull away from the rest of the field. Mendez up to 2nd. Wong's going to actually fall in line in 3rd, so Nate Rogers falls to 4th. Baranauskas is 5th, still holding up everyone behind her, and they're almost wrecking. You just saw Fitzwater bump into Samet Oskin. Sorlin on the bottom, Zach Rogers on the bottom. They need to find a way to get by the 21 truck. She is off pace as far as tires concerned, and there's the thing, she is barely off pace, and that is why catching the 1 of Diego Yepes is going to be a big concern. You see the 21 has the speed on the straights, but no speed on the corners. Oskin gets put to the top once again. Now 7th place. Fitzwater has made his way up there into the top 10. He's looking for 6th. Zach Rogers starting to fall back a bit. Jeff Bright doing the same. You can see Baranauskas still holding up the 93 of Oskin. Oh, Oskin's about to push the 21 out of the way. You can see the contact right there. As Jonathan Wong's fighting back on the 07 of Cole Deaver. These drivers are about 3 laps away from catching Diego Yepes, unless we get a caution. It'll be 10 laps to go here this time by, and Baranauskas will finally be put to the outside by Fitzwater Sr. And that is what everyone wanted to see. As now Nate Rogers will put Deaver up top 3 wide. If he can get there on Mendez, and he does just that. Baranauskas is really going to hold up Oskin here, or is it going to be Rowe? Rowe's going to duck back down in line in time. So Zach Rogers kind of benefiting there, got back to the bottom in time. He's going to go from 10th, I think, up to 8th. Oh, but Rowe is on a charge. And there's the 1 truck in the distance. Jonathan Wong currently the leader. If he can get by him at the right spot, he could pull away. But as we know, when James Qualls was by himself, he was not hitting past 3rd gear. There's the 1 truck in the distance, as we keep saying. Qualls is actually a little off pace, it seems from looks of things. He's staying back there with Ellison, Flickinger, and Downey. Mendez has Fitzwater now on his inside. Remember, Fitzwater is a two-time race winner from Cup this season. Zach Rogers on the bottom, 3 wide with Sorlin and Deaver, 2 Cup Series rivals. Deaver's now going to go from first all the way back to, I think, 8th. Nate Rogers charging up towards the front here. Fitzwater is the second of the Cup drivers to charge his way up front after Deaver did it. Ooh, and he's almost going to get into Jonathan Wong there on corner. Now these Cup drivers are really pushing the envelope on back bumpers. See where Fitzwater breaks. He's getting close. Nate Rogers going to move up to 3rd. Sorlin's going to move up to 4th. There's Diego Yepes. You can hear him from the cameras. And they're going to catch him this lap. Zach Rogers off the corner. Does he get enough of a run to clear Oskin? I think he does. Oskin's going to jump in line, but no, that's Deaver actually, not Jeff Bright. Deaver's going to jump down. Now Rogers jumping down as Mendez gets to the inside of Sorlin, and Fitzwater will get to the inside of Wong, and that is what Wong is not going to want. As we go to Diego Yepes. Helicopter cam time. This is with 8 to go in the race. Watch how fast they come up at the bottom of the screen. There they are. That's Wong and Fitzwater battling for the lead. This is going to be a big problem. If Fitzwater will get to the inside, Wong's going to have nowhere to go. And anyone on the top right now is sorely screwed. Oh, Wong's going to try and cut off Zach Rogers to get to the inside of the 1 truck. They're going to single out there down the straightaway. Everyone behind the 1 is getting held up tremendously. Now he's almost going to push to the middle. And people are coming off of pit road. That was Phillips and Tony Green coming off of pit road right in front of the race leaders. Sorlin is held up. Jessica Shelton has made her way to the front. I saw that truck at the back of the field on like lap 5. My goodness. Shelton with a late surgence. And this is the straightaway where they really get held up. Now Phillips and Tony Green have fresh tires, but they have damage. They're going to impact this race. Right now, though, it's 2 Cup Series drivers out front. One's a rookie to the Truck Series. One isn't. Oh, but they're going to be pitting. Everyone's going to be pitting here before this race is over. Strategy's going to come into play. Nate Rogers will be the next one down. Fitzwater's going to lead the field. Zach Rogers in 2nd, passes Tony Green. Jessica Shelton in 3rd now. Who is the back truck out of here? There's Sekuli. Oh, a lot of trucks down pit road this time. You know, these trucks are going so slow. They're actually like 2.5 seconds off pace here. Zach Rogers getting a ton of draft off Fitzwater right now. Look at the way he just closes up into turn 2. Shelton fighting hard on the inside of Colin Phillips, but she doesn't have the tires to really fight in the corner. And now it looks like Fitzwater and Zach Rogers will come down pit road this time by. Jessica Shelton will do the same. RJ Bishop, Johnny Gardner, Connor Turpin, Charles Jackson, Philip Goldberg, Keith Rich, Mike Turner, Danny Jones, and lap down truck James Qualls. That puts Nate Rogers right now at the front, in front of Jonathan Wong, but they are still all in 3rd gear. And if you're behind the 14 and you can get that sucker in the 4th gear, you're going to be doing a lot better. Sam and Oskin in 14th, Hartnett 15th, Deaver 16th. So those drivers are all pretty much, I think, in range here on the bottom. So they are coming to 5 to go. So depending what these guys did on their pit stops and what the others did on theirs, could be the make or break. You know, these guys take tires or those guys didn't take tires. It could be everything. And these guys look to all have taken less fuel. Fitzwaters, I think, is going to come out in the lead. Or is he? Nate Rogers is coming, but Jonathan Wong makes a move on the 14 truck. They're going to have a run on Fitzwater. And Nate Rogers cuts in front of Wong. He's going for the lead. into turn 2 here with 5 to go. Nate Rogers will fly by Zachary Fitzwater Sr. And I think these guys that pit a lap earlier took tires because Fitzwater had nothing for them. I believe that the guys who just pit did not take tires, and it seems to be costing. Zach Rogers is going nowhere. Deaver and Hartnett are going to move into the top 5 here. I'm sorry, not Deaver, but Hartnett will. Not sure if it's just the tires haven't warmed up or what it is. Let's watch Fitzwater here down to 132. Oh no, it's definitely tires. It's going to come down to, I think, Wong, Nate Rogers, and Oskin. Oskin is closing up here with the draft. We'll have a 100% confirmation once Fitzwater or Zach Rogers or Jessica Shelton hits the start-finish line. But I think they took no tires, and these guys in the lead took lefts or rights only. So Wong's going for the lead here. It's going to be a Chevrolet once again. The big streak here is this right now. The rookie streak can continue if the 94 or the 93 wins, but the Truck Series only driver streak, or actually no, all 3 of these guys are rookies. So the rookie streak is in good shape to continue here unless Hartnett gets up here to win this thing. But the Truck Series only streak is only going to continue if Jonathan Wong takes home that checkered flag. Oskin currently to the inside now with the 94, 3 laps to go. And indeed, you look at the 3's lap time of 57.6 to the 05 of 57.0, and that just shows you that those guys did not take tires. But they're doing a lot better off than everyone who was having to hit the brakes a lot earlier going into pit road. You see Shelton still 8th, Zach 7th, and Fitzwater still 5th here. He's holding off Deaver pretty good there. But Fitzwater will fall now down to 6th. If Deaver can get there, he could have a chance for this win. He will most likely keep the points lead. And right now, Nate Rogers leads this race. They're coming to 2 to go. Hartnett to the inside of Wong. Coming into this race, Nate Rogers sits 39th in points, so he needs this win to make a bid for this title. But here comes Rockingham winner Samet Oskin, former points leader earlier in the season, is going to try and fly on by here. He currently sits 12th in points after a dismal week last week at Denver. And this win would be the perfect thing to bounce back. Wong helps the 14, but now Hartnett's coming with support to help the 93. Another big thing to remember, Fitzwater and Zach Rogers are sticking with here, and they are getting drafted even if they are going slower. Actually, I don't know if it was just a tire heat thing, because they're sticking up with these guys now. Are they sticking in the corner? Oh, they are. I think it might have just been a tire heat thing. Zach Rogers is still there in 6th. White flag in the air, though. This is going to come down to 3 corners. Shelton looks to be a lock in 8th. Hartnett to the inside of Samet Oskin is looking for his first career victory in either the Trucks or Cup, and he completes that pass on Oskin. Is it going to be Emmanuel Hartnett taking home the W here at Pocono? Oh, if anyone's going to do it, it might be him or Oskin. Deaver's the next one in the catbird seat. There's not a lot of time to make a move here. If Oskin's going to make a move, he's got to make it soon. Oh, he tried doing it. Deaver's going to get to the inside of Oskin for 2nd. If he can even get it to stick, but off of turn 3, Emmanuel Hartnett will take home the checkered flag today at Pocono, breaking the rookie streak and breaking the Truck Series only driver streak. He becomes the 3rd veteran Truck Series driver to win this season. And now Chevy has gone back-to-back. Taking a look at the rest of the top 10, Oskin will come home 2nd. He needed that after last week. Deaver 3rd will keep this points lead. Zach Rogers 4th with a great run. Results are official. Nate Rogers 5th. Needed that. He's going to move up a lot of positions. Jonathan Wong 6th. Top Truck Series only rookie right there, and the only one in the top 10. Wong did great all day. Fitzwater 7th. Shelton holds on to 8th. Charles Jackson's up there in the point standings. He gets 9th. And Dylan Young will round out your top 10. See, Isaac Flickinger is going to come home 32nd after doing so well early in the race. Getting taken out did not help him. Alexander Rowe ends up 23rd. He was running up front very well. Sorlin ends up 16th. Cup Series champion Johnny Gardner 13th. That is all from today at Pocono, and I will see you guys next week for short track action at North Wilkesboro.